Hey guys, welcome to this video. So my name is Yasmin and I look a hot mess, ain't gonna lie, but we're gonna keep pushing, okay? So this is going to be the very first episode of my whole new what do I want to call it, my whole new brand, and it's called Brand Like Her. So if you guys are not following me on not Facebook, are not following me on Instagram, go ahead, look me up. I'm gonna have a link in the description box for you guys in my Facebook group. I will go ahead and put that in our chat. And yeah, you guys can follow me on Instagram as well, where I spend 99.8% of my day is on Instagram. So through this whole series, we're gonna dabble with different other like social media platforms, but we're mainly gonna be talking about and focusing on your hair company with Instagram. So this is episode 1 of Brand Like Her, and what I'm going to do is, or what I'm going to talk about is pretty much how you should get started in your hair business. I know a lot of ladies in my Facebook group are starting or they're in that just about to launch stage, but I feel like this video is so necessary and it could help someone else out there in the world. Y'all look a hot mess. Well, we're going to continue on. So this is going to be pretty much what you need in order to start a hair business, or like the stages of starting a hair business. Not sure what I'm going to call this yet, but let's just go ahead and get into it, okay? Because this video, like my Facebook group has been waiting on these videos forever. So the first thing, once you have the idea, like, hey, I want to start a hair company. Oh, I think it'll be cool if I start a hair company. Once you have that idea, the first thing you do before you even start your hair company is you have to like sit down and hold on. So the first thing you need to do before you even like, get everything or launch is you need to sit down with yourself and go over the idea. You want to have a hair company, but are you truly 100% committed to this hair company? Like, will you be committed to this hair company through the ups, the downs, the uglies, and the ugliest? Like, will you be committed? I work with a lot of clients. I do social media management currently right now for a lot of clients, and they all own hair companies, and I recently had to let one lady go because she was not 100% committed. Like, literally every single week she would be like, I don't want to do this, I don't want to do this, like, no, I don't want to do this, or I don't think this is for me, or I'm not seeing any sales, I'm not seeing any growth, or like literally she would not let me do anything. She was not committed. Like, so she was hindering herself by not, trusting me and allowing me to do what I needed to do in order to grow her company. So I was like, hey, you know what, let's cut ties. And we cut ties. Yeah, so you have to be committed, like, no matter what. Like, even if you don't get, like, if you decide that you don't get, or what am I talking about, girl? But let's back up. Even if you don't get a sale for like a year, like, will you still be committed to putting in that work to figure out what you're doing wrong? You may have to shut down, rebrand, but don't give up. And a lot of people, they start literally in 3 weeks, they're done, and that has put a bad name or a bad taste in people's mouth about the hair industry, about hair companies, because it's like you open, I'm open, and now I'm closed. Like, people don't know if you're serious or if you're legit or not. So commit to it. Next thing, once you commit and once you say that you're gonna be in this no matter what, the next thing you need to do is go ahead and get a name. Now with your name, please do not try to incorporate another big brand that sells something else that into your name. Like, I literally had a client that had the name of like a luxury, well-known clothing company, and she was like, well, I sell hair, so it's not gonna matter. No, it's going to matter. It's going to matter, because these huge luxury brands that you're wanting to name your company after, they have trademarked their name. So if they see you or they catch you using their name, they're gonna, one, either sue you, two, send you a cease and desist, three, make you change your name, and then like, you don't wasted your time. And then also, don't just come up with a name and think that, oh, I could just come up with another or a better name in a year. No, that name is unchangeable. Don't change that name, because if you start to establish like relationships under that name and then boop, you change your name, like, people are gonna be like, what is she doing? What, like, who is this? Like, somebody else own the company now? Like, what's going on? Like, can I trust this? Like, you have to build that trust all over again, and then all of your hard work is gone. So come up with a name, stick with that one name, make sure it's that name that's like your ride or die name. Like, make sure that name like is a name that you love. And then after, hold on y'all, go play. That's my son. So after you come up with a name, then what you want to do is figure out what you want to sell. So coming into hair industry, you don't just have to sell bundles and closures and frontals. You could be like a wig only, or you could be like a medical wig vendor or company, or you could say, oh, I just want to do color hair, or you could say, oh, I just want to sell bundles only, or like, it's unlimited options. You can do blonde hair only. Like, you don't have to just, you know, jump on the bandwagon and sell what everybody is selling. Like, you can sell anything, and you know what, that's going to make you different, and that's going to make you stand out. So, but anyhow, that's for you to decide. So you need to decide on exactly what you want to sell. And then once you decide on what you want to sell, you then need to decide on who you want to sell it to. So do you want to sell to high-end, you know, Kim Kardashian celebrity A-list people, or do you want to sell to more of like a college student that really, you know, is just starting college? She's just getting into hair. She doesn't really want to spend a lot. So you need to figure out, you know, who you're selling to. You also need to figure out like income level. Is it going to be a low income level person that you're selling to, or is it going to be a high income level person that you're selling to? So, or are you going to be smack dab in the middle? Me, I'm smack dab in the middle. So yeah, after you figure out who you're selling to, what you're selling, your name, and you know, you've given your commitment, the next thing you need to do is research your vendors and pick out vendors. Now when it comes to vendors, you can find a vendor pretty much anywhere. You can go on Instagram, type in, you know, what you want. You can go on Instagram and find vendors. You can go on Alibaba to find vendors. People use AliExpress. You can Google search if you want, like, especially Google search if you want a US based company. But it's a million ways that you can find vendors. You can communicate with these vendors through either email, like DMs, messages, Facebook messages. You can even find vendors on Facebook now. That blew me like a couple months ago. My kid. Hold on, y'all. I gotta go see my kids. You can communicate with them through like WhatsApp, Facebook Messenger. You can communicate with them. They'll tell you exactly how they want you to communicate with them, even through email. But you want to make sure that you pick out 3 to 4 vendors. And this is because one vendor may be out of stock when you really need something. And so you like, you know, I can't say what I really want to say, but it may be out of stock and you need that hair. So you have like 3 or 4 backup vendors. Also, especially if you're working with like international vendors, even like India and Cambodia and Philippines and all of that, even if you're working with them, you want to have like a US based like backup, because these other countries have holidays, especially if you're working with a Chinese vendor. They have holidays where they be going for like weeks. Like I wish we had that here, but everything be shut down. So if you know you get an order on that week, and especially like if you do on demand supply, where the customer pay and then you pay the vendor and they ship it to you and you ship it to the customer. If you do that, you really are going to want to have a US based vendor. If you do drop shipping, you're going to want to have a US based vendor just in case, you know. For me, what I do during those times is I stock up, even though I have made a way where I am my own vendor. Like I buy hair in bulk and then I have it wefted. There is wefting companies in the US, so if you're interested in that, definitely do your research. But I do that, but my wefter is not in the US, so I even get stuck sometimes because I don't want to have like I don't want to have all that in my house. Like I am still saving up because my company is still new. I've only been open for 1.5 years, but I have like so many years in the industry, the hair industry, because I actually had a hair company before this one. So anywho, to say my hair company is still new, so I'm still, you know, doing what I need to do to save up, because I want a US based warehouse. Once I get a US based warehouse, I'll then be able to do like my wholesale and things like that, like how I really want to set it up. But right now, yeah, so after you find your vendor and you did all those other steps, what you want to do is then this is where you choose your colors, your fonts. You're gonna get your logo made. You're gonna get some graphics done. You can do the graphics yourself, or you can have someone make the graphics. I make graphics. You can email me below if you're one of my girls in my Facebook group. You know, you can just send me a message. But you can email me below. I do make graphics. I can send you examples. But you want to have at least 20 to 40 to kind of rotate, and you want to incorporate your colors in those graphics. Don't just use, you know, anything, because you want like a really cohesive look on throughout like all of your social media. So you need your graphics, your logo, your colors picked out, your fonts picked out, and then you need some business cards. No matter what, no matter if you're online only, you need business cards, because you never know where you are. Like, especially if you're wearing your hair, someone like, oh girl, I like your hair, give them a business card, tell them to go shop. And then also you want flyers, because those flyers, you want to go to the mall, you want to pass them out. You know, if you have kids, like high school kids, or if you have like nieces, nephews in high school, or, you know, for me, I have a little sister-in-law. They pass them out. They pass them out excuse me, my nails looking horrible. Like, and then like for me, I live in an apartment community. So what I do every, I think 3 to 6 months is I go, more like 3 months, and I put a flyer on every single door, like every single door, and it's over 300 something apartments out here. But I do that, and yeah, so that's why you need your flyers. And then once you have all of that, you have like the way you want your company to look, like your colors, all of that, then you're going to open up all social media accounts with that one handle. So you're gonna find me at XYZ Bundles on everywhere, you know, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, LinkedIn. You won't really use LinkedIn unless you start doing like wholesale, but have LinkedIn anyway, Snapchat. And then what you're gonna do is, after you have all of them, you are going to pick the ones where your target audience are currently. And then those are the ones that you're going to use. But you need all of those, because what if one day, you know, Instagram drop off, Twitter come back up on the rise, and Twitter takes over, and now, you know, somebody else done took over your handle for Twitter, you know. So go ahead and establish that today. And then after you got all of that established, you're gonna pick the ones that your target audience, you know, where they are. And we're gonna say Instagram, for example. So everybody on Instagram. Then you're gonna choose Instagram, and that's where you're going to start uploading your graphics, taking pictures of those samples. You should have pictures of you wearing the hair. You should have pictures and videos of you washing the hair, especially like if you're testing vendors, because like, how are you gonna know if the hair is good or not if you don't test it? But show pictures of you washing the hair, show pictures of you, you know, cutting the hair, show pictures of you dyeing the hair, videos, show videos of you dyeing the hair. I did the water method on one of my wigs, and I just did a video, and this was not even a wig that somebody had bought for, like, this was a wig I did for like just a friend. Y'all hear my son? I don't know what he got going on in there. But it was just a wig I did out of good faith, and I sure enough did a video, and I uploaded that video to my Instagram. And you can make content out of it. Like, you know, you can use that video in emails, you can use that video in Instagram. And what you should be doing, like, for example, on Instagram, you need to be in people's DMs, like introducing yourself, your company. You need to be following people. Don't follow too many people at once, though. Instagram will, you know, they will come after you. You need to be engaging with people. So liking their photos, commenting on their photos, and anybody, I think I just said this, but anybody that follows you, welcome them with a DM, or, you know, send them over a discount, or let them know you're opening on XYZ. You need to have a bomb bio. In your bio, you need to let them know where, when you're opening. Your picture needs to be nice. Do not put a picture of the logo. Like, don't do that. Put a nice picture of your hair, of you wearing the hair on like a canvas head or something like that. It needs to be like presentable. I got my son, the trash truck, like, come on. Anywho, we're gonna try to keep going through this. My son really likes the trash truck, so now he's like real peeved that he's missing the trash truck, because I need to really get this video done. But yeah, and just engage with people. And then what you can do, or you need to be getting emails. For one, you need to be getting emails. So set up a landing page with your website, while you're building the website, set up the landing page, and do like a email giveaway. Sign up to this email. You know, if you sign up for our email list, you'll be entered in to win 4 bundles or 3 bundles or 5 bundles or 6, whatever you want. And then they'll enter in an email, and boom, you got an email. And then you need to be sending at least 1 email a week, keeping them updated, keeping them like in the loop as to what you're doing, when you're going to lunch. And then you lunch, and you know, the rest will come to you. And we'll do so many more videos on what to do after you lunch. But this is just things kind of fast paced of what you need. If you guys have any questions, let me know. Drop your questions in the comments. For my YouTube people, if you like this video, give it a thumbs up. For my Facebook girls, if you have any questions, let me know. Reach out to me. If you guys are interested in any of my services, I have all that stuff linked down below, so you can just check that out. And yeah, I'll talk to you guys in the next one. Bye.